My perception of my work in the industry changed zero. Nothing changed. That's just part of films. Yeah, some films do well, some films don't do well. I was happy with the way that the films were received. I think people seem to have liked Ludo for different reasons, Malang for different reasons, and I don't try and kind of delve too much into what didn't work and what didn't work. You have to just keep moving, keep going on. But perception of my work, I guess honestly, when a film doesn't do well, or when a film does well, you do gain some perspective and maybe some insight. But that happens with every film. So 2020 wasn't an exception in that.
But did that kind of failure, the kind of buzz that was around Sadak 2, deter you in any kind of way?
You know, honestly, no, it didn't. I think we have to just learn how to keep going. And I think for me, the experience of shooting the film was memorable. I'm so find myself so honored and lucky to have been directed by Bhatt Saab. He is an amazing man. So I just had a great time shooting that film. And
Also for you, like you started as a supporting hero. Aashiqui 2 gave you that kind of an exposure that people kind of noticed the leading man in you. But it took kind of 7 years for you to get that another big success. There were some maybe moderate success, but that big success came after 7 years. So how was dealing with that kind of a period of wait to kind of get your next big success for you?
Necessarily, it wasn't a wait because I was working through. So films were coming and not working. So it wasn't a wait. And one can't be too obsessed with the outcome all the time. So if you're constantly, even when you're shooting a film, you're constantly thinking about how it's going to do, you're not going to really, you're not going to have a fun experience and you're not going to do the work well. So when you're shooting a film, all you're thinking about is being able to do justice to the character, being the character hopefully, and doing your best. When that thinking starts coming is during the release. During the release, everyone's always like, I hope it does well, I hope it does well, I hope it does well. You're marketing all the time. So you start getting into this frenzy and then it does well or it doesn't. But you're not sitting those 7 years only thinking about, you want the film to do well. You're just happy, fortunate enough that you're on set, you're working, people are giving you work and you're continuing to try and you're getting to do what you love doing. And then after that, what happens. So I don't, I can't say it's not easy. The job isn't easy. As an actor, it's an unpredictable job. Your failures and your successes are public. So you have to deal with that aspect of it as well. But I think with experience, you learn how to deal with it a little better.
But for you, after having done so many lead roles, was it a little bit challenging at first to kind of choose Kalank as a part of an ensemble cast?
Not so much because I started off doing that, right? I started off as a supporting actor. I got into the industry not with any great designs of... I didn't even know if I wanted to act like as my profession for my whole life. By my third film, by the time I shot Guzarish, I was like, acha yaar, ye acha hai, karte. I learned about and I fell in love with acting on the job while acting. So I don't think that I took that too seriously. When I decided to do Kalank, I felt like Abhishek Varman had a great vision. I felt like he was a great guy that spoke so passionately about every cast member and his story. And I felt like I was in very safe hands. And I think everyone else in the cast felt that as well. So, so for me, I had started off like that. So I didn't think of it like I'm changing anything that I haven't done before.